Hello Taurus, it's OMG Tarot, and this is your Who is Secretly Stalking Me tarot card reading. Right, so I'm going to be using the astrology reading cards. Stay tuned for a decks I use, decks I own video. Why not? Because people keep asking me about them. Yeah, let's get right into your reading. Why not? Alright Taurus, who is secretly stalking you? Let's look at the astrology reading cards. Comes up for Taurus, who is secretly stalking Taurus. Let's look. Ooh, we got a Scorpio, the king of all stalkers. The energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. Ooh. So you have somebody who feels like whether or not this is an ex, let's hope it's not, they feel some sort of, like they've staked their claim on you, you know? So just think about like dibs on this chick I like, or dibs on this guy I like, you know, in the friend group, but it feels like somebody's stalking you because they feel like you are theirs. You are the one. You are theirs. You belong. You belong. There's a deep connection that they believe they have with you. Then we have Taurus energy. The energy around you shows the abundance of nature. It is rich, earthy, and productive, yet relaxed and slow. So Taurus energy and Scorpio energy, both very, very stubborn energy, and I think fixed. I should get more familiar with that, but even if not fixed, they're not mutable. They're definitely not mutable. I know Scorpio's fixed. Taurus, they're very stubborn, so it's like you can't tell them nothing sometimes, and usually a Taurus, they got a mouth on them, you know, and they're doers, they're productive. So between these people, I feel like there's like this, like, I can't, like, if I'm stalking you, it's because I feel that I have this, not only this deep connection with you, there might even be a little bit of betrayal in the story. Like if there's betrayal in the mix, then they definitely would be stalking you to plot out their revenge. But if it's not the case, there's definitely stalking if there's this deep connection felt, but also this energy of you can't tell me nothing, stubborn. So that's even like if you've rejected them, they're like, no, you just can't see that we were meant to be yet. Kind of feels like a twin flame relationship story, right? But Taurus, yes, very interested in people who make up the home or make the home very homely. So they could feel familiar with you in some sense that they've known you before, or they had like a good period of time where you guys were, I don't want to say complacent, but like, you know, a comfortable period of time, which they haven't quite restored since. So it could be for that reason. But let's look at your last card, which Sagittarius. The energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. Traveler. So we also have Sagittarius energy, which we know to, you know, I always see the baby face when I look at a Sagittarius. They always have this really young-ish energy. Like, I know Leos do, but like Sagittarius, they look young in the face, even if they're like really old. And then remember, I always say they got them thighs. Whether it's a guy or a girl, they got some type of thigh thing going on. But Sagittarius are also man-eaters. Okay, man-eaters. So when they get, this is like somebody who normally they date, do whatever with whoever, but then when they get their heart broken by that one that they're not used to not having the power, you know, they get their heart broken by that one that they wanted to make it work with, and they're like, they can't get over it. It affects them in a deep and profound way. But let's have a look at the archetype of this person that we're dealing with, because it could be multiple things. I mean, Scorpio, creative, deep, artistic, all that beautiful stuff, and connection to the afterlife, so even a connection to death. Then we have Taurus, who's they like to build that home, they like to have financial stability, they're very like strong, they're very protective. And then we have Sagittarius, who likes to be free and likes to travel, likes to learn things. All right, but what do we got? There's a little bit of stubbornness throughout. I'll say that. I will say that. Strong-minded people. And then we have Angel. We have Angel as the archetype. So this person, okay, so I guess they want to be really protective of you. Light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return. Shadow self, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. This reminds me of somebody who's just trying to help, or just trying to be there for you, or just trying to support you, but they have ulterior motives of a deep connection. So like, let's say like they're just being there for you, and then you start dating someone and they get all mad, and you're like, oh yeah, well I thought we were, you know, I thought we were just friends. I thought you were just there for me. I thought you didn't expect things. So So be wary of people helping you out, knowing full well that they want something that they're not mentioning in return. We should be conscious of that. Alright, so let's have a look at the tarot spread. Who is secretly stalking? Who is secretly stalking Taurus? Is it an evil that Taurus already knows? Is it Scorpio, who Tauruses usually have some weird connection to? Don't know much about the Taurus-Sagittarius relationship. I feel like Sagittarius would annoy Taurus, to be honest, but maybe not. Alright. Ooh, 7 of Wands to start. We have a little defensiveness. Okay. Then we have 8 of Pentacles, hard work, but it's in first, so it could be a distraction as well. Oh god, we have somebody dwelling on the past, just they can't stop thinking about it. Then we have the Emperor, which is associated with Aries. And finally, we have the High Priestess, which is associated with the Moon, who is associated with Cancer. Alright, so, but when we look at the spread as a whole, we start off with defensiveness. We start off with somebody that would be like if you were to talk to them or confront them, they'd be like, well, hear me out. You know, like somebody who's like, has a lot of explaining to do. I feel like they've been putting in a lot of work, or they've just been doing way too much. 8 of Pentacles. Because we go from being defensive and look how this is about, yes, hard work, but it's also about being very, 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 very detailed and specific and very like deliberate. Almost it would be creepy if somebody was so focused on you, on every detail. They knew too many things about you. You know, they knew where you were. They knew what time, like, you know, things that people shouldn't be paying attention to if they were looking too closely. I'm starting to believe that this is an ex because I feel like there was a falling out or something that happened between you two that this person is reflecting on or processing. But because this is 4 of Swords, it may be somebody that you've completely forgotten, who you affected them and they can't get over it. They can't stop thinking about it. The 4 of Swords indicates that it was something like a fallout or argument, you know, conflict of some, any kind of conflict that, you know, they just can't get over. They've been reflecting on it. I don't think that they've reflected on it in a healthy way that would lead them to be like, oh yeah, we're good. No, it's fine. Although I don't think they come with that much vengeance. I know Scorpio's here, but it feels like they're just stubborn in the way that they're thinking. They may not have gotten over the situation because of their Taurus or bull-like stubbornness, but I feel like this might speak to the Sagittarius energy of wanting to know why, or feeling like they need to have closure, or you need to say something to them so they can feel better or move forward in some way. The Emperor here is associated with Aries, like I mentioned, and this is a person who initiates, okay? So they're like a leader, so I feel like this person may even be reaching out. They might take that action, and they might even, in like an authoritative thing, like they aren't just being like, oh, hey, what's up? They're like, I need to know why X, Y, Z, or, you know, they're coming there and they need to come in there with a little bit of confidence. And I feel like once they reach that level of confidence, they're gonna be like, you know what? Tell me this. I demand answers. You know, we need to have this conversation. We've been avoiding it, but I feel like it's them that'll be initiating that type of action. Then we have the High Priestess, and I cannot help but feel like there's this connection that you would see this coming. Like you would even randomly out of nowhere dream about this person and be like, look, why? I'm not thinking about them. I'm over them. I don't care about them. Why am I dreaming about them? And it's because they're about to take an action and you're picking up on it energetically. I always say that Tauruses are the most like creative of the earth signs, and that they have this like psychic energy to them. No! Well, yeah, I don't think they have like clairvoyance type psychic energy. Most of the times unless they have like a water moon or something. But I feel like they are intuitive, where their actions just kind of guide them to the right things that help them, unless they're thinking in a low level way. So I feel like this person is just like, yeah, sure, there might be a deep connection if you're dreaming about them and then they pop up. Like there might be some type of, you know, a connection, spiritual connection there. But at the same time, I just feel like this person is trying to, there's stuff where their defenses are up. There's stuff that happened between you two that they still don't think, like you think that after a while when you fall out with somebody, they've had time to think, they see where they went wrong, they see where you went wrong. But I think that this person can only see where you went wrong, or how what you did affected them more than anything. And so I think this conversation is probably in need of happening. And if anything, they'll be the ones trying to initiate it. I don't know if they'll be able to break through and get that conversation unless you say, you know, guess. But I think intuitively there's some type of connection to it. Like if it happens on a day that you were anticipating or had a dream or whatever, or like just was thinking about them and then it happens, it's almost like maybe you want to honor it. I don't know. The High Priestess often reminds me of the Scorpio, and it's like this intuition thing. So I feel like whatever is going to happen, you already sense it, or you already know what needs to happen, or maybe you've even thought about it already and know what needs to be said. But yeah, this person feels like with the Emperor card that they're going to come up in there and maybe a little defensive, but come up in there and ask for explanations or ask for some type of conversation so that they can stop thinking about it. All right, so there it is. That's your reading. If it resonates, please leave a comment. If you guys liked it, that's great. Thanks for watching. Forgot my shtick, so I'm gonna just head out of this reading with my dignity in my hand, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.